Hello everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to click on this video. If you are new, I am Deidre. I'm in my mid to late 30s. I work full-time in healthcare and I've been cash budgeting for a few years. I have one consumer debt, that is a line of credit that should be gone hopefully by August, early September of 2025, and I plan to sell my condo in 2026 and buy a different place to live. And a huge thank you to my returning subscribers. I appreciate you being here so much. So after that quick introduction, I am going to get into it. I'm going to be doing a cash count up of my sinking funds for the month of October. There will have been some changes from September. Some categories have gone down, some more significantly than others. But this method of cash stuffing and putting money into sinking funds is something that I need to do and I will need to do probably for the rest of my life. And so there's going to be variations, there's going to be fluctuations, and that's okay. All right, so let's get into it. I have my laptop off to the side. I use formulas to help me figure things out so I don't have to manually add them up. This is one of my favorite types of videos to watch and film just because it shows the power of sinking funds as well as cash budgeting. So for the month of September, across all my sinking funds, and now this includes some online accounts only, I will get to those in a minute. I had $4,383.60. Now the 60 cents is due to obviously some categories that are online get a little bit of interest, so that is the reason for that. So before we get into it, we will do my online accounts. These are accounts that money goes into every single paycheck the day after I get paid. And they are meant, if I use my debit card or my credit card, then I transfer the money. And then I use that either to replenish my buffer in my checking account or to pay off my credit card. So the first category is vehicle. This is vehicle related items. Including tires, brakes. I am saving for new tires. I will need a new set of winter tires next fall. I don't drive very far, but they are getting to that point. I will get this winter out of them and then I'll need to buy some. This includes oil changes, so an oil filter, oil, anything vehicle related. So at the end of October, I had $864.59. And at the end of October, I have $910.58. Now I know I'm going to need to have probably about $1,300, maybe $1,400 in here. The tires that I'm hoping to buy are pretty pricey per one. Hopefully, I can maybe find a deal of buy three, get the fourth for free. But I do not skimp on winter tires. I live in Canada. Our roads are not very well cleaned, even though really honestly they should be. But that's a whole rant I could go on, and I'm not going to. So, getting good winter tires is incredibly important to me. I used to run all seasons and they weren't too bad, but using winter tires is a game changer for me. So hopefully I will have enough come probably September of October of next year. And if not, I can always hopefully take from bank buffer and hopefully it won't be too much. So that is up $45.99, which is awesome. Household, which I used to kind of do like anything household related. So new towels, new sheets, if I had to replace, like, let's just say some dishes, etc. But I've actually decided to use this for items for the household, like toilet paper. I don't buy that every single month, or cleaning supplies, that type of thing. I did actually have to use some money out of here. I did have to replace my duvet cover as it was really, really super ripped across the bottom. I've had it for many years and it was just getting to a point where like it was impacting the duvet and whatever. So I bought one off of Amazon. It came with a couple of pillow shams, so I'm quite impressed with that. And so at the end of at the end of September, I had $66.27 in this account, and this is on an online account. And today I have $15 in there because the money that I got paid for on October 30th went in there. So I'm down 51.27, but you know what? That's the reason why we have these accounts. They're going to fluctuate, they're going to go up, they're going to get used. So I'm not too concerned about that. And I have increased the amounts I'm putting in to my vehicle and household for next year. I realized I need to start putting more in there, and I treat those as bills, so more will be going in after every payday. Next up is Christmas. So yes, I've been saving up for Christmas since January. I've been doing that. I think this is my third year doing that. It has worked extremely well for me. If you are unsure, I highly recommend starting to put even a couple of dollars or $10 a week or bi-weekly or every month towards Christmas. It just allows you the freedom to be able to buy Christmas gifts early. It also allows you to set out a budget instead of at the last minute scrambling, trying to find gifts, going over budget, that sort of thing. So at the end of September, I had $381.82. And at the end of October, I have $48.18. So I have spent $333.64 difference. Now I have almost all of my Christmas gifts completed. I don't need to buy for too many people. I have my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and my brother-in-law. I have 3 family pets. So my brother and sister each have a pet. My parents have a pet. I have a couple of really good friends that I like to give something small to, but here's what I do is I sometimes when I get gift sets or whatever, I look to see if there's something in that gift set that my friend might use. So that's what I'm doing for one of my friends. I have a lovely body wash and body cream to give her, as well as I have a Christmas card to give, and I give those out. I have lots of Christmas cards from years prior when I bought them on sale. I also have a friend that I redeem some of my credit card rewards for to buy a Starbucks gift card. So I'll be giving her that. And she has 2 young sons that I'm hopefully going to go buy some books for. So I haven't done them yet, but I did finish my family pets. There was a buy 2 get 1 free deal on treats, bag treats. So I bought that. And then yeah, I am finished everybody except for my brother. And if he doesn't give me any ideas, most likely I will give him cash. I don't love to do that, but then that way he can spend it on something that he hopes to do. So I will be putting money into this account. It's an online account until the end of November of this year. And then come December, I won't be putting anything in there. And then starting back in January, I will start contributing. So yeah, I'm basically done Christmas shopping. Is anybody else done Christmas shopping? Or have you even started? If you have, what has been your favorite gift to buy for somebody so far? Let me know in the comments down below. So next up is going to be, we're going to be looking at my binders. I'm just going to set these 2 binders off to the side for now. And this is sort of a binder that the first few are more like revolving. They get money put into them, then they get money taken out. So first up is hair. So I had my hair appointment in October, and so at the end of September, I had $100 in here, and at the end of October, I should have 60 because I had my appointment, took some money out as well as some money went in. So we have 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. So we are actually less $40, but we're kind of up in a way. So that's great. My next hair appointment is just before Christmas. I go between 9 and 11 weeks for my hair appointments. So next up is nails. I get these done about every 4 weeks or so, just kind of depending. So at the end of September, I had $30, and at the end of October, I should have 45, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, and 45. That is correct. So we are up 15 in there. My nails cost $30, so I have enough for 1 appointment, which is great. Next up is beauty. So beauty at the end of September had nothing, and actually at the end of October it still has nothing. It did get some money actually at the beginning of October from some savings challenges, but I did use some of that money to buy off of Sephora and Poshmark some beauty items. So next up is clothing. Clothing had $40 at the end of September, and at the end of October it had nothing. So it did get put towards, I got a new pair of workout leggings that I quite like from Amazon, and then I bought some PJ top and a PJ bottom. So hopefully this will get some love from some savings challenges, as I know this definitely needs to just always have even a little bit of money in there. So actually I'm less $40 in the clothes category, which is okay with me. So this is going to be a huge change. If you've seen any of my other videos where I've talked about it, travel had at the end of September, $1,333.64. And I took $1,000 out of here to put towards my debt. It was not a decision that I made lightly. I'm still debating. I don't have any travel plans. I would like to go on a trip, even a short one, after I'm done paying off my debt, whether that be in the fall or the spring of 2026. I have debated taking the rest of the money out of here. I still haven't decided. It was hard enough to pull that thousand. If I left this with basically nothing, in a way, I would feel disheartened because I was building up that travel for years. It took me years to get there. But at the same time, I'm like, well, if it's going towards debt, that's a good thing. I haven't decided yet. If I decide anything, I will let you know. So right now in the bank, I have 100, 200, and 300 in placeholders. There's also some interest as well that has accrued in that account as well. And so in cash today, so actually I have $320.01 in the bank because of that interest. And I have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and 65. So in travel altogether, I have $385.01. So that is less from September by $948.63. I'm not like a huge traveler. I know some people love to travel. I'm more of a homebody. I have been on a few vacations. There's not too many places in the world I honestly want to see. Living in Canada, it costs so much to go almost anywhere. To go even across our own country is absolutely ridiculous. So it's not even like the accommodations, it's like flights. That would be just super ridiculous. So it's really unfortunate. I think those living in Europe are super lucky. You have the ability to travel more easily. I feel as an outsider looking in, you can catch, short plane trips. You can take trains. We just don't have that kind of stuff in Canada. So it is what it is. So next up is gifts. So this is gifts for pretty much any occasion: Mother's, Father's Day, birthdays. That's pretty much about it. If there's like something happening at work, like I donated towards one of my coworkers, she got married, so we got her a gift card as like a wedding gift, so that sort of thing. So at the end of September, I had $15 in here, and still have $15 in here. And my family's birthdays aren't until the summer, so that's why there's not a real need to get tons of money in here right now. And I do obviously do something small for Mother's and Father's Day, so next year it'll get a little bit of money in here for those. Next up is technology. At the end of September, I had $352.28. Obviously, this is saved online, so there is some interest being accrued. This is going towards hopefully a new phone. I want to buy it outright. I know it's going to need to get a little more love from savings challenges and get built up. And then after the phone is saved for, it might potentially be for maybe a new laptop down the road. So we will see. So we have $350 in placeholders. And if you're ever interested in anything I use, they are always linked down below. None of them are mine. They come from a variety of Etsy shops, as I love to support creative people, as I just don't really feel like I am super creative. So we have $350 in the bank, and plus a little interest, and $10.25. So we have let me get there. So we have a total of actually $377.69. Again, that's due to some of the interest. So we're well on our way to getting close to 400, which is great. I know I'm eating way more than that. Next up is giving. This I'm making a priority even next year, at least $5 a paycheck. And when it gets to more than $20, I usually make a donation to something that I feel like is important. So at the end of September, I had $20 in here, and I should have 10, 5, 10. That's correct. Money did go in here, but then I made a donation, so that's why it is down a little bit. That is okay. All right, so this binder is done. Next up, I'm going to bring in sort of my long-term / annuals. All right, so first up is home insurance, which is actually condo insurance. And this is saved fully online, but I did complete the tracker. The tracker is from Budget with Ira. So I have actually $375 in here. So I have a fully funded placeholder. That's from Janet Greta Budgets. That was custom made. So that is fully funded. At the end of September, I actually had $200 in here. So I'm up $175. My condo insurance is due in July, so I'm well ahead of schedule. That's the way I like to do things, especially for annual bills. I like to know that the money is there and I don't have to worry about it. So next up is going to be my renewals. This includes my AAA as well as my car registration. And I'm not actually fully funded in here completely. At the end of September, I had $100 in here. That is $100 from my AAA. I did pay my car registration, which was about $100. So I will be fast tracking the savings on that in November, and it should be fully funded by the end of November, and then that won't be due until September of next year. So all I have in there is still $100, which is okay. Next up is subscriptions. This is for Amazon Prime as well as SiriusXM. I paid for 2 years of SiriusXM. I had enough in here to cover 1 year, and then next year I will have to kind of save up money before July to pay for the second. So I had $50 in here at the end of September. No, I had, $50 at the end of September, and I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And I do have an Amazon Prime student because I was a student. I did go back to school while working full time, so that's why it was less. I know it will, I think after next year it will go up to the regular, which I don't even know how much it's at. It's got to be like close to $100 Canadian with all the taxes and everything. I'll decide whether or not I want to renew it kind of at that point, but we will see. Next up is health. So health had $45 at the end of September, and this is just like a health buffer. Again, the tracker is from Budget with Ira. I do have insurance through my work. I do get reimbursed for things like prescriptions, chiropractic, physiotherapy, if I buy contacts, if I go to the dentist and get a cleaning, etc. But if I really needed to pay out of pocket something that doesn't get reimbursed, or towards the end of the year when stuff quits being reimbursed, I could pull the money out of here. So the goal would be to have $150. Right now we have 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So we are actually up $5 in there, which is great. So I know this needs to get probably, a little bit here and there. Next up is furniture, hopefully furniture for a new place, not my current place. I know I need a new couch. And if I buy a new place, I will probably have to buy a bed and a mattress because I hope to buy a 2-bedroom place. So yeah, that's for the future. So in furniture at the end of September, we had $400 and we still have $400. So no change there. So these are sort of a priority, but not like pressing priority, if that makes sense to anybody. Next up is rainy day. This I used kind of earlier in the year. I haven't cleaned it off. It was meant as extra savings towards my emergency fund. So at the end of September, I had nothing, and I still have nothing. So next up is date night, night out, time for myself, whatever I want to call it. So I have used this money to pay for a yoga class. I'm currently have one yoga class left. I'm deciding I'm not going to do the next round of yoga classes as it's winter and I just don't love driving in the winter. It's not me I worry about, it's all the other people on the road that are impatient. They just don't drive for the conditions. So yeah, I won't be taking a yoga class from November to December. I will decide if I want to take one in the new year. I'll kind of wait and see. This money, if I wanted to go to a comedy show, concert, although concerts are absolutely ridiculously priced nowadays. So yeah, this is kind of like time for myself. So at the end of September, I had $30 in here. And at the end of October, I have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. So The yoga classes are about, I think, between like $70 to $80 roughly. It just depends on how many classes, how many weeks essentially they have. So I would have actually needed 70 for this round, which I would have just taken the 15 probably from my spending money. But yeah, we will probably still add to this. That way, if I do want to do a class, I will have some money in there. So next up is, these are like long term, these are future goals. I do not have a pet. My goal is when I do purchase a new place that I will be able to have a pet. That's why I have this category. This one hasn't really gotten much love in a while, which is okay because again, that's future. So pets had $75 at the end of September, and it still does. I already know it does. Next up is debt payoff. This was extra money going towards my debt, which I did obviously put earlier this year. I just haven't cleaned the tracker off. New home is meant for a new home. I know lawyers' fees. They've increased the price of registering your land title, so you pay more when you do that. So it's going to be stuff for a new home. Could be anything like that. Could be related to lawyers' fees. It could be, you need to buy like, yeah, like I say, I need a new, I'm hopefully going to buy a place that I can get a second bedroom. So I would maybe need bedding for that bed, right? Those sorts of types of things. So this tracker is from Honed the Brand. She is Canadian. Again, everything's always linked below. So at the end of September, we had 60 and we still have 50, 55, and 60. Again, these ones don't really get much love right now. They're for the future. That's okay. And I don't really want to drain these to pay towards my debt because I just feel like they're sort of important and it would be just harder to build them back up again. So appliances for a new place, hopefully, knock on wood. At the end of September, I had 40 in there and I should still have 40. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. So yeah, no change there. Next up, we have one more binder, which is my month ahead binder, which I am saving up 1 month's worth of expenses. So hopefully when I purchase a new place, I plan to sell my condo after I purchase the new place. So it would help me pay bills related to like my monthly bills as well as my condo. Just give me a minute. I'm just going to get a drink. All right, so this is the binder it's in. I have some savings challenges in the front, so I'm just going to kind of move those. So at the end of September, I had $180 in here and I have a fully funded sum. So I have 60 for my cell phone, 60 for gas, so that's 120. I have a car insurance, which is just over $80 a month, so 80 should be okay. So that gives us 200. And then we have, I believe, 40 in here, but let's just double check for groceries. So yeah, we have 40. So we have a total of $240 saved for month ahead, which means we are up by $60, which sounds absolutely correct. I do have some on my tracking that I'm not currently doing. I have this binder from Gail at Budget With Me 24/7. It's the Save All You Want. I will do this again eventually. It is an amazing, amazing binder. Highly recommend. I just don't do it right now. And then, of course, anybody who knows Iris Budgets, her binders are so amazing. I did this earlier this year and this saves 500. I might use this in the future to put towards like an extra mortgage payment, kind of build it up slowly over time. So yeah, those have had nothing for a while, but I keep them on my tracking sheet irregardless. So that is all of my categories. So at the end of September, I had $4,383.60. And at the end of October, I have $3,311.46, which means I'm less $1,072.14, which is okay. Some categories are fluid, some have been paid, some money has gone towards debt. I'm just super happy that I even have anything because a few years ago, I would have had probably basically nothing in my checking and in my savings account. So this really does show that I need to continue on this track. And I hope it shows anybody who's curious about sinking funds just how much a little bit here and there can add up. And that if you have to use some to pay for things. You know what? That's okay. The money was there. That's what it can be used for. So I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to watch this, and I will hopefully catch you on the next one. And if you're not subscribed, I hope that you'll subscribe and join this amazing, amazing budgeting community. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.